One time for the one time. It's the family bloodline.
All right, family, and we're back and we're live. We're here.
Hey, everybody.
So
What it do, good people?
Yeah, that's a good question. So let's start that out. How's everybody's week been so far?
Been a solid week over here in the Walker household.
Okay.
Like y'all seen earlier, we in party mode
Welcome back, sir.
for the twins' birthday. What up? Yep, y'all. We gonna get into it, big dog. We gonna get into it. We've been
Football.
over here festive football, smooth ball. Yeah, we gonna get festive. Twins' birthday party tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let them go bounce their little lives away tomorrow.
Okay.
Ready for it.
All right.
My week was cool. Just work. It was a short week because of Labor Day. Even though it felt like a long week, it was a short week, Tuesday through Friday. Work was pretty cool. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's been a pretty cool week.
Okay. Shawnee, how about you?
It's been a wild week. It's always a wild week though in this house, especially with all three of the boys. So it's never calm until everybody's asleep. And by the time then, I'll be asleep right along with them. So
Feel that. Feel that. Yeah. But like Wanda was saying, it's been a short week, but I feel like it's been long for some reason. Friday did not want to come. I'm waiting, and I don't know if it's but we fall back an hour. Yeah, sometime soon for daylight savings time.
Yes,
I think
coming
so.
up.
Yeah, daylight savings.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Still have daylight savings.
Well, that's the question. That's the question.
I want to.
It's there's a couple of states that have voted it out of their system, so they don't have it. But as a whole, the rest of United,
Yeah, have to deal with it.
Yeah. So I don't know if this week been long and felt stressful, and
You keep freezing up. You keep freezing up on this week.
You keep freezing, then you just come back in talking.
Oh yeah. Hey, remember I'm out in the sticks. My internet is choppy sometimes. Hopefully it ain't gonna mess up the whole live. Hell.
No, you should be good because everybody just be looking at the screen like this.
Hell, I woke up this morning and we didn't have power from like 8 until 9:45 this morning.
What?
Yeah.
That's killing y'all up there. Y'all have water issues. Now y'all
water issues, daggone power down south there's a bunch of fires. I was in traffic for 4 hours. I need to get out. I'm sick of this goddamn state. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm sick of California.
Don't come home. Believe that.
Oh, I'm never moving back to St. Louis. I that all the time. That ain't happening. I've escaped. I do want to get back to the Midwest, but I ain't never moving back to St. Louis.
Don't do it.
Can't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, all in all, I guess the week was tolerable.
It was a news channel who asked, what do you have for what advice do you have for people looking to relocate to St. Louis, Missouri, everybody was like, "Don't."
Yeah.
They was like, "Buy a bulletproof vest." I was like, "Dad." They like pay up your life insurance. Like the advice was horrible, and I was like, "This is so sad."
You'll
But
learn
it's
real
so
quick how to
true.
bump and go at the stoplights and leave yourself some room at the. You'll bump and go at the stop signs and leave yourself some room at the stoplight so you can maneuver out in case something pop off.
Baby,
Wow. Well, yeah.
it's all bad.
I ain't never moving back to St. Louis.
Don't do it.
Ever. Is she playing GTA in the background? Is that what's going on?
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. She got the cheat codes.
No, I don't know. All she do is drive around all day. She don't even do nothing. She don't do no missions. She just be driving.
I guess she's getting ready for the future.
Man.
So updates, Wanda. You got any updates on Martell?
Nope.
Oh.
Nothing at all. I'm out here. I'm out here. Just don't know nothing.
Well, it's gonna be like that sometimes.
I know something Sunday, I guess. I mean, I talked to him for 15 minutes last Sunday, and things have gotten a little better. He said he can wash up quicker now, so he's really happy about that. He like his balls ain't sticking to his legs, so he all right.
Look, I've been about that life. I know how I feel. It's rough. It's rough.
Then we was on the phone. He's on some baby, listen. I'm like, what am I listening for? He told me, y'all hear that girl in the background crying?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. Get into it, damn it. Hey, that shit real.
Like,
there be people out there breaking down. They parents be like, get out of my house, Jimmy. You need to go get some discipline and get your life together. They send these jokers to the Marines or to the Army, and it's just, they break all the way down.
Yeah, he was like, baby, listen. I'm like, I don't hear anything. He's on some, you don't hear her crying. I'm like, boy, you don't shut up, because I know she can hear you.
That's it's a pretty common occurrence. He
did say, he said, I teared up, but I did not cry. He didn't let him fall. He's like, flip it back up, like on that movie Cloudy with Meatballs.
Yeah.
Like, go back in there. You're not gonna come out.
You gotta let it go. It's gonna get frustrating. He's gonna be pissed off at them. Anyway, he'll see.
He'll see. But it's okay right now. Well, they in red phase for the next 2 weeks. So
yeah. Good times.
They doing
good times. So
before it get easier. Sir, I am drinking strawberry margarita with a dash of Casamigos.
I'm sipping on some Tito's with some club soda. Make sure I specify that.
It ain't Sprite, y'all. It's club soda.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna get some club soda for my boy.
I'm on this little green bottle back here. So it's my go-to. It's what I got to use to loosen the pipes up to get ready to do karaoke after this and tear the house down.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't drinking on nothing. Not right now. I'm chilling. I'm cool.
I feel it. So before we get into any other topics, let's go ahead and introduce. Why sound like I had an SH on that? Let's go ahead.
It did.
Introduce our guest for tonight. Dirt, you want to take lead on that and let everybody know who we got as a guest?
Well, I'll let her introduce her title and everything, but tonight, Bloodlines, we got a special guest, my beautiful daughter, Miss Shawnee. Pretty much, you can take it over, baby. You can tell what you do, all about your title. Because I didn't think it was a word, first of all. So, but
it's definitely a word.
It's definitely a word. We discussed this, bro.
It's real.
Right.
I mean,
it's a real thing.
So I am an esthetician. My company is called Good Form Beauty Bar. Esthetician is basically everything that a man or woman needs, as
What?
far as facials, waxings, and of course I do extra stuff, for the ladies, which would be like lashes, lip fillers, and things like
What
that.
if dudes want lashes? Dudes be want
If they want lashes, come on,
get that
go on and
coin,
book.
sis. Get that coin.
All right,
You
all right.
know, I ain't turning nobody down.
I know that's right.
Money
So
ain't got no name on it.
Sure don't.
Good, G.
so we'll definitely get into the nuts and bolts as to the business, who you are, what you do, your background, education wise, and any other questions that anybody would have. What is so damn funny, Wanda? What is going on over there? And anything anybody anything anybody else might have for you, any other questions, and then we're gonna take a poll when we get to a certain point, just to get a feel uh about a certain type of service that's performed for women. So we'll get into that in a little bit. But before we do that, let's get into our first topic. NFL season is back, and of course,
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, it's
I think
back.
that sounds copyright. Don't be doing it.
It's back. It's back, sir. Now is your time for football schmutballing.
Yeah.
I like football. I like it. I like football. I don't know what be going on, but I like it.
Nothing better,
I
man.
don't know what be going on.
Friday
And
night
both
light.
and both of all my brothers play football, and I can't tell you nothing.
That's what I was just about to say.
Hey,
How
now.
don't you know what goes on in football when the family over there literally play football?
I can tell you what. I know what a touchdown is, and that's all that matters. I know it's good. It's all good.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I like it too, but I still don't know. I don't know.
See,
Oh,
I legit pick my teams on colors. We've been through this last year, and
Facts.
Ryan, go
yeah.
Chiefs,
Facts.
I don't want to hear that. We in the
So,
go
division.
Chiefs.
We'll
well,
see
Let's
how
see.
this goes.
Daddy, you still on the Raiders?
You know he's still on them
Yes,
doggone
ma'am.
Faders.
Am I still on the right? Where I'm going? Flopping up like everybody else. I know what
Them
my true
Faders.
colors at. We gonna do it. So,
so what's your
but
rundown and your overlook for the season this year, Dirk? What you got so far? I know it just started, but
for like what, just overall the season for my team or just the NFL season pretty much?
NFL season overall.
I think it's gonna be a pretty interesting season. There's a lot of big names went to different teams. You know what I'm saying? So the league got changed up. It ain't like
And
one
everything.
powerhouse super team
Always.
no more. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, I think they did good by doing that. Um, I don't like how they're addressing all like how they handling all like the off field incidents, but you know what I'm saying? We could talk about that another day for like the sex trials and all, you know what I'm saying, the
Uh,
murders and all that's happening with the players off the fields. But you know what I'm saying? They're doing a good job with it overall, but some some stuff don't add up. Some be a lesser crime. I mean, a more heinous crime be you get a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird how it work out. But I know it's money and politics. But the season overall should be great. I'm excited about it.
All right. So who you got going all the way, hitting the big dance?
Denver. Denver Broncos.
Calm down over there. Dang, Denver. Wow. Okay, so we
They
got
got Russell Wilson.
I know he's my fantasy
I got
quarterback. So you going for Denver, Wanda? Who you got, Dirk?
you know, I'm rolling with my
You going
Raiders.
with the Raiders. You know they ain't gonna make it, but
I
that's what we
already
gonna go
know.
with anyway.
What? We are stacked. We got like the number one ranked offense, bro. What y'all talking about? We
Oh.
just wait and see.
I ain't
Just
gonna
wait
lie.
and see.
I ain't heard about the Raiders in a minute, but no.
The Raiders ain't gonna do nothing.
Ooh, boy, I
We
almost
I'm
tear this whole
sorry.
desk off, boy.
You almost kicked me out the
Shawnee,
chat.
I
Shawnee,
said,
who you got? Who you running with?
You know, I ain't been watching this season, so
It
I
just
can't.
started. We in week 1.
I can't say. I ain't started watching. I haven't watched. You know what? To be honest, I really do not watch TV like that anymore. So,
Okay.
but I will say this: I've grown up in the household with my daddy. You
Don't
know,
you say this. Don't you go
I'm a
down
back.
Don't
there.
you do
I'm
it.
a back him.
Don't
I'm a
you
always
default.
back him.
Jesus jumped up.
I'm just saying. I've
Sometimes,
always,
Shawnee,
I've
you gotta
always
know when
rolled
wrong
with
is
them.
wrong, okay?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
See, no, now that's wrong.
so see,
Now
see,
that's wrong.
see,
You
there you go.
know,
Don't
I'm always riding with the Raiders with my daddy though.
Oh
I'm
No
my
glad
matter
you
what,
don't
God.
listen to this.
even
That
if they
is
lose, you know, I'm still with them.
As
the
the
real
great
gangster.
fat Jig would say, Jesus jumped up.
Jesus jumped up.
As
Jesus.
Al Davis would say, win, baby, win. You know?
I'm rocking with the Chiefs. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's who I'm going with. So
So it's gonna
I would.
be the Broncos and the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. Boom.
I,
Is that
I ain't
right?
gonna lie, the Chiefs do be
Come
they be
on then. Come
they
on
do.
now.
They do. They
You
do.
better
No,
They
preach,
be they be
Shawnee.
throwing they be throwing some heat.
Come on,
they,
Shawnee. You
they,
better
in
preach
the,
it.
they in the
Come on.
division. And
Go
like I
ahead,
said,
Sugar.
they lost Tyreek Hill. He went to Miami.
He went to
That was a key.
Miami.
That was a
Yeah.
key piece. You know what I'm
Oh, he
saying?
went to the
I
fishy
agree.
team.
Yeah, he went to Miami. So,
Yeah.
like I say, the league been shaped up because like Aaron Rodgers' number one receiver, Devontae Adams, is now a Raider. You know what I'm saying? He led the lead in receptions and touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Not in touchdowns. I think he was like third in touchdowns. But and him and Derek Carr played together in college. You know what I'm saying? So we you know just wait and see. Man. It's gonna be a
Oh, we
great
will
season.
see. We will
Yesterday didn't
see.
start out so great. Like you say, Big, I got Matt Stafford in fantasy football. Yeah, son. I got Matt Stafford. I got Matt Stafford in fantasy football as my
Yeah,
QB.
he blew it.
Big guy threw 3 interceptions
Yeah,
yesterday.
he blew it.
They got bopped up. The Bills showed up and showed out. They won 31-10. Um,
You know what? The Bills, especially looking at how they did last season, they might be the team to watch this year.
yeah,
Them Jokers.
they
They
got
might
some.
be
They
the
got
Oh,
team.
some real key pieces.
Yeah.
since we're on football, Parkway Central was playing Summit tonight.
Damn. Come on, PCH. Come
What's
on,
the score?
Parkway Central.
It's not looking good for PCH.
Okay,
The devil is a lie.
It's
okay.
not.
The devil is a
It,
lie.
it, it wasn't it wasn't looking good for PCH.
What was the score?
I don't know what the score was, but
Well,
the
then you
last time I
lying.
checked, they were still in the deficit. I can check now. I can check because I know the coach. I'll text him real quick. I know the coach
check the
now.
score. Check the scores. Let's see what it do.
Let me see
Let's
if
see
I
what
can
it
check
do.
it.
Parkway Central alumni. Right
Yeah.
here.
Rockwood Summit
Rockwood
Falcons.
Summit.
Boom.
Man,
So
whatever.
high, baby. So high.
Boom.
Whatever.
I'm
So
just
yeah,
saying.
we going dirt. We'll come back. We'll circle back around and record whose team's gonna be doing what and keep track as we go throughout the season, so we can
Yeah.
remember. So we'll put this on Facebook and I'll put it out on TikTok on the Family Bloodline page as well as Instagram. And now our new Twitter page. I'll put that out because
We
we do
got a
have a Twitter
Twitter,
page at
y'all.
this point. It is on Twitter. Search at the FBL podcast. That's us. So I'm gonna save a shot glass. It's hard to see right now. Let's save a shot glass for this year's winner. It's a Family Bloodline shot glass. Family Bloodline shot glass. If y'all can't see that on TikTok, I'm live on TikTok also.
And we
So
still
weigh
waiting on
in.
ours to come in the mail. So
Yeah, I still got them jokers. Hey, I'm almost a hermit. I got all 5 shot glasses hanging out at the crib. I pour them up by myself, and no, I'm just man, I ain't that bad.
Lord.
I just been too lazy. I ain't gonna even say that I've been too lazy to send them out. It's just been too hot. It's been too hot out here. It's been like today. I think I got up to 110. Earlier this week, it was at 115, and I just ain't been feeling like doing anything outside.
I think my car broke because when I got in my car, it still was like 108. Like it was only 80 degrees today. It wasn't hot. Like so I like.
Yeah, it was bad out here.
So okay, when it say 107, is that in your car or is that outside? I never understood it.
That's in the car. I thought.
No, it's your car's reading the temperature outside because it doesn't change. No, because it doesn't change when you turn your AC on.
I don't think I ever paid attention to that. I just know when I get in the car, it feels hotter in the car than it do outside. So I thought it was reading for inside the car.
It's outside. It's outside the vehicle.
Hey, okay.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Well, then my car is broken because it definitely was not 107 degrees today. So
yeah, you might want to get that checked out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up on YouTube and figure out how to fix it because I ain't taking it nowhere.
I feel that. All right, so
they like 175 just for me to look at it. What?
You got one of them expensive brand name ass cars. That's what it is. Your car take that real expensive gas too. Anyway, so moving backwards a little bit and reintroducing yourself, Shawnee, we're gonna spend a little time right here with you. Shawnee, owner of Good Form Beauty Bar, esthetician. I said that correctly, yeah?
Yes.
Because there's an H in there somewhere.
It is.
Yeah.
Why? I hate him.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it is. So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business. Tell us what you do, the educational background, so on and so forth.
All right. Well, I will say Good Form Beauty Bar I actually was sitting in class, thinking about like we were actually going over business and they were asking like, do you want to work for a spa or would you want to work for yourself? And when I was like looking at the pricings and like how people were, like they still want us to come and work in a spa and work off a commission and do these little hourly rates for like $15 an hour, but I can make like $65 an hour or more. It's like, why would I want to go work in a spa when I can work for myself? So I decided to go the route of starting my own business, and I came up with the name Good Form because women always we're not only looking, wanting to look good for our man, but we also we do it for ourselves. We always want to look good. We always just want to get out the chair and be happy and be pleased to be able to look in the mirror and recognize our beauty that we dig for it. So I decided, I came up with the name Good Form Beauty Bar, and I actually was sitting in class and I did my EIN, I did everything right then and there. I think within like probably like the second week of school. And I was talking to my guy and I was telling him what I wanted, and he literally was like, well, put everything in a cart. How much do you need to get started? And I put everything in a cart that I needed, and he was like, okay, buy it. He was like, let's get started. While you in school, why not? And while you're in school, the good thing about it is your license. So you're already, you hold a temporary license, so you can definitely start. So I got my insurance and everything.
Wow.
School for esthetician is only 6 months. You have to clock 750 hours here in the state of Missouri. Unlike some states like Florida, you only need like 250 hours. And so I really don't know what they learn in there.
Who not going to get waxed in Florida?
So
it's me.
I'm like, I don't know what they learn in 250 hours.
Right.
Yes. I'm like, what? Like, cause
What's that?
I
What, 3
tell
weeks?
you,
Just
man,
3 weeks? About 3 weeks?
yeah, probably like if you full time, then
Hey, Key.
it's like, yeah,
Florida,
you
that
ain't. I
shortcut.
don't know what you learning.
Florida, that shortcut state.
But
Oh
you
my
know what?
God.
Look where everybody goes to get surgeries and everything. So it's like it made sense.
Oh
It
yeah,
it
Good
made
point.
sense,
they be coming through with the BBLs down in Florida. So
man.
just
For the
real
low.
quick, I ain't trying to jump in on your story, and I am not trying to talk bad about people in Florida, but ladies in Florida, there's like this ridiculous fascination with the plastic down there. It's crazy.
It is.
Like
Everybody look like an ant. I ain't gonna
it's
lie. Look,
right.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
whoa. Let's back that up real quick.
Yo,
I need to know.
they look, if you ain't
The
BBLing
visual,
in
Lord.
Florida, you ain't doing nothing for nobody. They be on the BBLs down there. I didn't understand it. I
they
didn't
Oh
do.
my God.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I
I
don't
guess
think that
if they
there's
get
nothing
bit by
wrong
an
with it.
alligator, nothing to happen, they'll just float off like a little balloon.
I guess. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm not against it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not against it, but I would not want to get off the table and
That's
look
right,
like
Key.
an
You
ant.
natural.
I don't want to look like an ant though.
Who
Like I
wants to
just
look like an ant? Nobody.
No
do
one.
Nobody. Hey,
Florida.
I did toy with the idea of getting a BBL. I've toyed with it.
I'm
What
not
up,
gonna
bro?
lie.
What's up, baby?
I
Hey,
want to.
Shawnee.
I do.
I was like, but I just keep doing my squats. I'm scared of needles. I ain't got time.
But you know
Facts.
what? What I learned in school was so we can do body sculpting also. So I could break down the fat, in your
And scooted to
stomach.
where I wanted to go.
We scooted to we actually scooted down lower or whatever. Like it breaks down. So like the machines that we have, it actually breaks down the fat and you actually pee everything out. Um, but you do have to still work out, but it actually works. So like it does take the fat away. The machine is of course a high frequency machine and it actually breaks your fat down and you can some girls were saying like they can actually like I guess the pulses are so strong that you can actually like hear it while
Mm,
you're getting it done. Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird, but uh
that's cool.
yeah, but it actually works. But you do have to be committed and you have to work out as well. Because if I shift the fat somewhere and you not working out, the fat's gonna stay right there. So
Yep.
it's like, you gotta be committed right along with getting the services done. It goes hand in hand, but it's way cheaper and it's natural, it's less invasive, and it's
You do that
healthy,
on
you know. So that's another thing that we learned in school. I'll say so it was body sculpting that we learned. We learned waxing, brow lamination, brow lifting. If people like, the natural looks, of course, brow tinting,
what's it? You said elimination?
brow lamination. So brow lamination is, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Like how if you're on Instagram or TikTok and you see the girls with like those spread out eyebrows, but they're real neat. That's brow,
Mm-hmm.
but they're real flat. That's all. It's natural. That's actually their brows. It's just like a perm for
Woo,
your
Oh,
I
brow.
put a perm in my head one day. I
Yes,
remember that.
sir.
Y'all remember that? I had a perm.
Uh-uh.
I had a perm. I had a Jerry curl.
I
I had
I
bigger
had a
white
girl.
teeth.
Oh man.
oh my God.
anyway, that just reminded me of that.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm finna be
Yeah.
Beyonce
But
in this.
that's actually their eyebrow though.
Yeah.
Wow. I always
It's
thought that was
Do you do microblading?
I don't do microblading, and actually, I'll tell you, I don't like microblading.
I don't
I
either, but
actually,
let me hear you. Let me hear your reasons why.
so I like powder ombre. I like
Mm-hmm.
the powder shading better It actually lasts longer. So if you're younger, I'll tell you, if you're younger, it's better to get the microblading. But as you know, it's older, as getting older, you want the powder shading as if you were to draw it on or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, because you won't see those lines that are in there, you know, that's in your brows. It's a real smooth look. I mean, our skin still looks good. It's always gonna look good. The
So
even
for
the older
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah, something
Of
about that
course, you know
melanin.
what I
Ain't
mean.
nothing you can do when you got that melanin.
so for those of us who
Okay.
aren't familiar with the term you just used, can you explain what that is a little? So here's the reason why I'm asking, because men, we know how women go out and y'all, you know, they take care of themselves, y'all take care of yourselves, but we don't really know exactly what you're doing. So when y'all use the terms, I'm finna go get microblading, I'm finna go get this done, I'm finna go get that done. All we hear is you finna go take care of yourself, and that's it. But we don't really know what it is that you're doing.
So okay, so you have your micro shading. Micro shading is you're using a pen like dot, and basically it's just to achieve a powdered look, like an eyebrow look. So if you ever see like a real soft look, it's either the woman has she drew her eyebrows on, or she actually went and got the shading, which is micro shading falls under PMU, which is your permanent makeup. So I like to do permanent makeup, and I'm actually about to try to take a course for powder shading and over micro blading. I don't
Okay.
like the micro blading, but like I said before, the micro blading is the actual little lines that they draw that look like hairs, but to me it really looks fake, and I could tell the difference. I don't like it.
And don't it isn't that like scarring your skin with the microblading?
Yes. So it actually goes down. It's just like, so you have to have a tattoo license here in Missouri. So after you take the course,
Oh,
you do have to have a tattoo license in order to do it, because yeah, you draw blood and it is scarring. I will say both of them you have to get touch ups between 2 to 3 years because of the oil that your skin produces. It's just like having a tattoo, but sometimes you have to get a touch up, sometimes you don't. It just depends on your
Yeah.
skin.
Cause where I go get my piercings and tattoos, there's a girl in there that does microblading
Hmm.
and does the tattoo eyebrows as well. And I
Hmm.
was like, like I would be so scared to get to let somebody tattoo my eyebrows. Like, what if they do it wrong and that scared
Oh
me?
my God. So, as I ain't gonna say where. I'm just gonna. It was a girl that got hers done,
The tattoos,
and hers was actually like tatted above her eyebrows, and I'm
her
like,
brow line.
Jesus, who did it?
Oh my
Who
God.
did
this is what every man is thinking right now.
it? Yeah, I mean, but it's just. I feel like it's for if you like a natural look and you really don't wear makeup, but you like to draw your brows on. You know,
That's
it,
me.
it's good to
I'm
have.
a
Me too.
mascara and a
I
little
ain't
bit of
gotta draw
eye.
my brows
Like
on. My shit is dope.
I legit throw on some lip gloss and a lash and think I'm fine all day.
Right, but see what you put on strips though, right?
No, no, I get I have a friend like my friend does the individuals, but right now
Oh,
I
okay.
have on a strip and I
Mm,
do mascara. But
yeah, I'm a strip person, but I actually just did my own extensions
girl,
like
how? Now
a
that
week
take
and a
too
half ago.
doggone long, and
Man, it did take a long time for me to do it, but I just wanted to see how skilled I was. I wanted to know if I could do them on myself, and I did.
So what's the strip and what's the individual?
okay, see, we finna get real ghetto right now. This is a strip. Look,
Calm
that's
Mm.
a
down with
strip.
all that. What did you just?
What's it? You tricked us.
That's like
This
the
is a
Mighty
strip.
Morphin Power Rangers. God damn, you
So
just
yeah, that's a strip. Hold on, I'm gonna put this sucker right back on.
all right. Okay. Pulled the eyelash off and you're putting the eyelash back on.
That's
Got
a
it.
There we go.
strip, And
All right.
then you have your individuals that are like the strips, but they're cut smaller into like little squares that you can, put on at a time, one at a time to do it however you want to do it. I guess some people use glue, this lash glue, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
So
have your extensions that last from between 7 to 8 weeks.
so
Yeah.
you're a
Extensions last a
lash
long time. I love extensions.
you're a lash tech, right? So does that mean that your specialty is in lashes?
Yeah. So as a lash tech, I was taught how to do extensions. You don't have to be certified or anything to do individuals or strips. But as
Hmm.
far as extensions, you have to be certified. You have to know the depth of it because you can cause infections because you
Yep.
are really getting close to the eyes.
Yep. I get extensions, but right now I'm letting my lashes breathe. And oh, y'all in the comments
So
tripping. Uh,
so
So
you speaking about diseases. You said you had to take a course on like in different diseases and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had to go over all diseases. Even with like even with facials, like with people having cancer or people who have lupus. Um if you're on certain medications, I can't wax you. I can't give you a facial. I can't do certain things because I can activate something. I can trigger it. So, like when you come, I do a 15-minute consultation. So I know like what medications you're on, what I have to stay away from, and like what services that I can actually perform on you. So I
mm-hmm.
definitely take my time on knowing my clients and what I can do with them.
you mentioned the word, and it reminded me of the poll that we needed to take and we needed to put out there for ladies. Waxing is the word that you mentioned. And
Mhm.
last night when we were meeting, there was a difference of opinion when it came down to a Brazilian wax, if memory serves me right. And so I just wanted to throw this out here for the women in the comments who get Brazilian waxes. The question is every Brazilian wax like doing it the first time?
Absolutely.
While
Wanda
they're
says
while
yes.
they're answering that, I'm gonna answer this question. What about people who are HIV positive? I can't perform services on them. I'll tell you now, like
Oh,
I'm very sterile,
okay.
so I take precautions. I wear gloves. Um, it's all about people that are open. If you have open lesions, or which open lesions are where I could see things visibly, um, then no, I will have to turn you away. We'll go ahead and reschedule for another time. But that's the only time that I would actually turn you away. As far as HIV, positive goes, I don't discriminate. I treat, people are people. As long as you're taking care of yourself and you're being open with me, then I know what precautions to take and how to
Mm-hmm.
go about doing the service.
Okay, so I got a quick question also. So a couple years ago on my birthday, I decided to have a me day. So I took myself to breakfast. I went shopping. Then I went and got a massage and a facial.
Hmm.
But I also went and got waxed. So when I went to go get my facial after my wax, and she was like, have you been waxed, threading, or anything in the past 24 hours? I'm like, yeah, I went today. And she was like, oh, you're supposed to wait 24 hours before a facial to do anything. Is that true?
No,
She still did my facial, and I didn't break out or nothing, but I just wanted to know.
no. She can definitely still do your facial. Your facial has nothing to do with your waxing. Now, you got your eyebrows waxed.
Yeah, I got my eyebrows waxed.
So then what it would be is she would do, so like me. Now I would not put an enzyme on your face, nor would I exfoliate during that facial. That would be, that process would be skipped, because when you get your eyebrows waxed, that's a part of exfoliation. So that's, you don't want to double exfoliate. But other than that, no, you could still do a facial. It's just a less invasive facial. That's all.
Yeah. So I guess I got the less invasive facial because you show age.
So
Yeah.
we only got one yes in the comments from Maya. Hey Maya.
It's like the first time, every time.
About the Brazilian wax.
No, it's not. It is not like, no, it's not.
Girl, I swear to God, every time.
Where do you go? Where do no?
Lip with that strip.
No, it's where is, first off, the questions are, where do you go to get your wax?
You know where I went. We talked about this.
Yeah, European Wax Co. That's the wrong place to go.
Why you just get them free promotions then?
I'm just saying. I'm not giving them free promotions. I'm saying that's the wrong place to go, because they got some good wax, but it's how you teach the person to wax. You have to know how to wax, or otherwise it is always going to hurt. And you have to know how the hair grow, how your client's hair grows, to make them come back at a certain time. You have to know this. If you don't pay attention to how your client's hair grows and when they need to come back, then of course it's always gonna hurt. Because if you letting it grow out, then yeah,
like
you're gonna hurt. Like, yeah.
So again, esthetician is a word that a lot of men are just not coming into knowledge of. I said it correctly. Damn it, I said it correctly. Holy cow. So the question that I have, because again, for a lot of times when men, we hear that our ladies, our better halves are going to get, you know, something done by an esthetician, all we thinking is you finna go out for a spa day with the girls, drink some champagne, some mimosas, some tequila somewhere, whatever the case may be, is then spend some money. We don't really know what's going on. So this is what I pledge is I'm going to get a facial done next time I come to St. Louis. I'm gonna look you up, Shawnee. Well, I ain't gotta look you up. You're my cousin. I know you. So
we know where she at.
I know, but
trying to sound all
yeah. So what I will say is I will become open to getting some of the services that you provide for men. What are those?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Facials are relaxing. You're rejuvenating your skin. Men need that too. Like my daddy work out in the field, so he catches all this dirt and grime on him. Hey TT, you know, he needs that. You know, I got a regimen for him. He come and lay on my table. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, because I know his work field. You know what I mean?
Keeping it a secret, huh, Dirt? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I know what, you know, I'm gonna know what he needs, because I already know what type of field that he works in. And like I said, it's all about knowing your client, knowing what they need when you see their skin.
All right. So and we could talk about this all night. We've been rocking
candle wax. That's paraffin. So that's like when you dip your feet in the wax or whatever. That wax just makes your skin soft. That's all.
I used to do that with glue when I was a kid. Not the same thing. Too much. Okay. Anyway, it's funny to me, so I don't give a damn. So, before we move on to the next topic, Shawnee, where can people find you? What's your information? How can you be reached? Do you have a website? Do you have anything online? What's your number? How can you be contacted?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. It's _ Good Form Beauty Bar _ again. And I also do have a website as well. I'm on Style Seek, but if you look me up on Instagram, my number is listed and my site is listed as well to book with me.
All right. So let me see if I can type this in. You said underscore good form
Beauty bar.
bar
Underscore.
underscore again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on Instagram, right?
I'm
Yep.
coming, Shawnee, and then I'm gonna go live from the FBL page getting a Brazilian, so people can see that it's like the first time every
All right.
time.
You're gonna be
Nah.
like, oh shit.
See, that's not gonna be fair though, because that is your first time with me.
Okay, all right, okay. So I'm gonna go the first
So you got to
time
go at
and
least
go
twice.
live.
You got to do it at least
And
twice.
then I'm gonna go
But
again.
to get into a habit,
Then I'm gonna go again.
yeah.
Yep. So y'all be ready for that because it's happening soon.
Okay.
Good. You
It's
Shawnee,
happening soon.
we gonna make sure. Hey, who was
Hey,
that?
baby.
Hi,
Hey,
man.
what's going on?
What up,
Hi.
We're gonna
dude?
make sure we keep you with us. Um,
Why
but
do they call it a
we gotta push
Brazilian wax? That's a
forward.
good question.
Okay,
Shawnee,
actually,
why do
go
they
ahead.
call it
Let's
a
do it.
Brazilian wax?
so a Brazilian wax is, they did start it, I guess, over there, you know what I mean? So you have your where you want everything smooth, or you just want your bikini, which is just your panty line to where you can't see it or whatever. But that's really all. But I will say, you know, men get it too, just so y'all know.
Please, men,
No,
start
I'm
getting
not.
it.
Absolutely not. I would
Y'all,
not be doing the
hey,
services that I indulge
hey,
in.
Word.
No,
hey.
no, I will
Y'all
not
can
be
get a
doing
No
that.
wig and
way.
strip too, now.
No,
Come on
I
now.
got 2 razors, one for my face, one for the below the place, and that's how I take care of my business. I
And your
don't.
stuff probably look like the back of a Nestle Crunch bar. You better go
Shit, my
get
stuff look
waxed.
like the smooth part of the top of my head.
No, no,
I
Shit,
don't know.
Oh my
Y'all.
it look like
god.
Elder Bosch if I let it.
I
No.
had, I had to start I had to start grooming a lot better because my little taco meat and stuff, it be growing everywhere. So I had to do better with grooming.
Yeah, yeah. That's so everybody, every male, every man that's been listening to this,
Go
we
get
can
a
go see.
Brazilian.
Don't go
It's
get a
called a
Brazilian.
man.
I am not condoning.
It's called a manzillion. I don't offer it, but I will. You
Hey,
know what? It's actually
y'all need to be getting
easier.
them butt cracks too, because
It's easier. It's easier to wax to do a manzillion than it is to do a Brazilian.
So emphatically
yeah,
no
because
for
we got
me. I can't
flaps and
speak for every man.
folds and
Calm down, Wanda. I don't know where you're going with this. But what I will say is there's only so many things I can do, and that's not one of them. And I'll try damn near anything once, but damn near does not equate to everything and anything. So no, I'm gonna go ahead and keep taking care of me the way I take care of me.
Ricky she said, I'll grow a fur coat before I let a razor touch my lady bits. I
Damn,
know that's
Cuzzo,
right.
You better,
you
cause then
real.
you gonna have to come and get a vajay shoot. Go and get the ingrown hairs out.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
See, that's too much.
Okay, so I like watching those videos. I ain't gonna even front when they be going and the lady be taking the tweezers and pulling them hairs out the bump because they be ingrown and they
Yeah.
be all inflamed. Like I be like, oh my god, how long is that hair?
It's satisfying to do it too.
Is it for real?
I am not listening to y'all at this point. We pushing forward. We pushing forward. So the next topic that we
I'm gonna
had,
send y'all a video.
okay. And I wish Cecil was present for this. He'll probably hop on a little later. He works at night, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So the next topic we had, that was a great topic, kind of motivated by both Cecil and Wanda, was essentially the question of what makes a man a man. Now, this question isn't being produced from the aspect of asking or talking about gender roles or gender related things. We're talking about men who have assumed a specific role in society and are biological males. So the question becomes what makes a male or man a man, right?
Yep.
And so before we get into it, hopefully we don't shut down. Dang it. I gotta wait for this to finish playing again. But hopefully we don't shut down our TikTok account, and hopefully whenever we repost this, it doesn't I don't have to go back and clip it. And what we're going to watch in a little bit is I got to put the picture up. My bad. What we're going to watch in a little bit is a clip from Shia LaBeouf talking about his experience and his progress to learning what it is to be a man.
Just some FYI. In case
Go ahead, Wanda. Take this away.
Just some information that nobody needed nor wanted, but I'll risk it all for Shia LaBeouf.
Damn.
Okay. I like him. I don't know what it is about him, but I like him.
You know, I was watching the video and I was just looking at him like, why he aging so fast?
Cause girl, he lived a fast life.
It kind of threw me out. But look at all of us though. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I like him.
That used to be my dude, but look at him now.
Yeah, I mean, he a grown man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado and moving away from this topic a little bit, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Puberty ceremony in culture. When do you come in as an American man? When do you become a man? When you get a driver's license? Like, what do we do? You're 16, we give you a driver's license. Okay, well, wait, like you get a job? Like, when do you become a man? You become a man when you become responsible for other people. And part of that is taking accountability. And so, like, I'm very new to this being a man thing, and I'm still not there, and I'm on a path. But I didn't have no, like, I grew up in a culture that told me going to war made you a man. Going to prison, coming back makes you a man. Making $1 million makes you a man.
Flex.
You know? And it doesn't. And you don't know it till you've done all these things and realize, damn, I'm still a little fucking boy. Or been around people who've been there a bunch of times. You know, I don't know nothing about being at war like Kevin, but I know a bunch of soldiers that come back and are still fucking little boys.
All right. So that is the long and short of the actual clip from his point of view, and I think it's a very valid point of view. I can't take anything away from that, from his stance on that. And also, Cecil posted this on Facebook the other day, and I'll read it out loud for everybody who's following on TikTok. Cecil says, sometimes I get bothered by things, especially how I carry myself and how I am with my son. I didn't get that from my father. My mother and other mothers taught me how to become an adult, but the man shit I had to learn on my own. I look past a lot of shit I've dealt with because I'm not that type. Motherfuckers know I be hard body first before anything, but things do bother me. But I do know how I came up. Jerem won't ever have to deal with it. How I felt then. Here I am for my boy. Oh, I'm here for my boy. My bad. That was the Jameson. Don't worry about that shit. Anyway, Jameson has me a little dyslexic every now and again. It happens. It's good times on the Jameson clock. Anyway, so opinions, comments, questions. What y'all got?
Well, I mean, I can't speak on manhood because I'm not a man, but I felt like that was a really good question. Like, at what point are we expect our young sons or young boys to be a man? Like, when does that happen? Because in other cultures, like they said, there are rituals and there are rites of passages that these young men go through to prove that they're men. Americans don't have that.
Right. And
So what
also,
makes you a man?
go ahead. And then, like you say, just speaking on age, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of like 15-year-olds raising their younger sibling. You know what I'm saying? The older kid in the household, 15, 16, somebody got to skip out of school and go work. You know what I'm saying? You heard about stories back in the day when our parents was growing up, but that shit happen nowadays too. You know what I'm saying? Kids having to raise they siblings. You know what I'm saying? So at what point what's the age on that? You know what I'm saying? You got 15-year-olds, little boys raising they 3 younger siblings, you know?
Yeah. But I think that's a bit of a condition, and I'll come back to that here. So when I was looking this up, and I don't necessarily agree or disagree with this definition. It was just one of the many definitions I found when it talked about what makes a man a man. And that definition is oh, that's gonna mess me up a little bit. I gotta pull that comment down. It says a man is defined by how he treats women, by how he keeps his promises, and by how he protects and serves the ones he loves. That's what makes him a man. What do y'all think about that? Is it
Uh,
missing something? Is it inclusive or
no, it hit on everything. Except you know what I'm saying. You ain't always just got to be. Well, I guess you always got to be kind to the women, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It hit on. Yeah, hit on every point.
so here is another comment that I found that described what doesn't make a man. Money doesn't make a man. Muscles don't make a man. Tattoos don't make a man. Character is what makes a man. Let a man's character be his currency. That will tell you what he's really worth. That's Tony Gaskins. And I kind of agree with that one. I liked that one a little bit more.
That's that old judge a man by his heart, not his money. Man,
Yeah, so I think in our culture, I think traditions, some of our traditions have us a bit topsy turvy. Like you mentioned before, Dirt. What about the 13 or 15-year-old that's raising his siblings or helping raise his siblings or paying bills for that matter? I don't
right.
think that's necessarily what constitutes being a man. I think that's part of forcing a kid to grow up fast, unfortunately. And I think it's also a bit of a toxic display of what we do in our households. When we have the unfortunate situation of a single mother who looks at the only son and tells that son, now you're the man of the household. I think that's a horrible thing to do. I hope that idea goes away. I hope that whole speech and phrase goes away because it removes for men, for boys, it begins to remove what's good. See, so you just missed your comment. I put it up. It begins to remove the ability and the availability for a child to be a child and actually go through natural processes of being a kid.
But still, that's what I'm saying though. That's still on. That's that's what I'm getting at. My version on what makes you a man. You know what I'm saying? Your life gonna make you a man. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna go through easy. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be ups and downs. It's always gonna be. And I think how you handle situations is what determines what
I
makes you
think
a man.
I think as a kid in a situation like that, I think it teaches them responsibility more so of becoming a man. Just I feel like they just kind of get the early look on life on what's gonna happen when they get older, and it kind of shows them what they need to change for their life for their upcoming events. So I think that's more so of responsibility, not necessarily them becoming a man. And like as far as I do feel like that it's kind of toxic as well, especially for a mother to put that type of pressure on their child. That's not fair because it does take away the childhood. Because as a mother, there's a whole as a woman, that's a whole nother topic and subject on what she should be doing and how do you even raise a boy to become a man, because honestly I don't feel like a mother is raising a boy to be a man. That boy has to grow into his own person and learn from what he's doing and from what he sees to become that man.
Yeah,
The
but how can you
mother
do that
isn't
if
making.
there's no man there? That's one of the questions we've been
I don't
asking for a while.
That's
I
And
that's
don't
what I'm
feel
saying.
like
So,
I don't
So
feel
he
like
grafting
a
from.
man has to
Okay.
be in the household for that boy to become a man.
That's true.
You know, I feel like a boy that is growing up, that sees his mother going through a struggle. Those boys sit back like me. I'm not single anymore, but growing like my kids, London is only 11. So even when they were younger and they seen that I was single, their mindset as a child is, mom, when I grow up, this is what I'm gonna do for you. It's kind of set, it's in the genes. I feel like for a boy to just become that man, because they see what they want in life. They know how they want their mothers to be treated. They see the struggle that their mothers go through. So I don't feel like a man has
But
to be in the
but
household to
see,
teach.
that's the other thing. Then people say without that man, then that that child end up being like they father. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or treating women like.
How, but
But
my argument
those
to
are
that is, how can they be like somebody they don't know?
exactly. I was just about to say that. So half of the society, you don't even know. You don't even know who your daddy is. You don't get to know that man until you're already a teenager most of the time.
But that
Or
doesn't
you
take away having a natural propensity to be like or act or have similar characteristics than the father.
I feel like those are sayings that we just got used to saying all the time. Oh, he act like his daddy. He gonna be like his daddy when he get older. Because of what we went through, and we just see that child acting in that way or whatever because they do one or two things. That doesn't mean that they're gonna be like that man that they don't know.
Sure, and
They
I don't disagree with that point of view at all. I think you're spot on with that. But I do also believe that there is a natural propensity to have very similar characteristics as your parents, and I think that's a natural thing that's pushed through DNA that you won't get away from. There was a specific time where I didn't really speak to my dad that often, um, and when we finally linked back up, I found out that he and I actually had very similar characteristics about ourselves. Very similar. Although I
So
go ahead, Wanda.
it's like a whole. So it's more like you don't. We don't know if it's nature versus nurture.
Mhm.
Because you're
I think
naturally you.
I think part of it is actually nature. I think part of it is actually nature, and then part of it is some nurturing as well. Because I did have a relationship with my dad at one point when I was younger, and he was my hero, as well as my
Mhm.
grandfather, right? But then there was a breaking point, and I didn't have much contact with my dad. But after some years, me being out in the world doing me and being who I am, I had to reason within myself. I actually need my dad. So when I finally went back to visit him, I started noticing like he got some tendencies that he has about himself and that I have as well, or we speak in a similar fashion, or if we have a debate, we would debate somebody in a very similar fashion also, and I didn't watch him do that often. It's something that I developed naturally. So sometimes it is nurture and sometimes it is nature.
I feel like it goes with that saying though. Either you go with the grain or you go against the grain.
Mhm.
So so in most cultures, when you turn a certain age, there's a rite of passage to being a man. What age are you a man in America?
There is no standard age outside of 18,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
If we're speaking technicalities, it's 18, and that's for everybody. For people that ain't from
Right.
St. Louis,
You're
what
an
I just
adult
said
at
was that's
18.
for
17,
everyone.
technically, in
Everybody.
Missouri.
17 and a half, 18, right?
Yeah.
But what actually to me personally, what as I thought about this, what begins to constitute a man, Jameson, is it's a progression of things. It's not just one specific point in time. Um, and what I've likened it to, being an avid reader of multiple different decades, multiple different periods in time, is once a man has become well rounded enough to actually understand the difference between power, influence, empathy, sympathy, responsibility, accountability, and protection, and providing. Once he begins to understand the different dimensions and parameters that encompasses, because that's talking about physical, mental, and spiritual aspects of not just cultivating yourself, but cultivating the people around you as well. And you don't have to have a full grasp on it, but you have to have some type of vision of what it should look like and where you are and where you want to be. You have to have a plan and know how to get there. So once you are able to begin to develop those different cognitive abilities, those different dimensions of being comfortable with simply being a man and taking on responsibility, accountability, everything I just mentioned, you're on your way to actually being a man. And it doesn't just happen at one single point in time. It's a progression, because every man that I know, every great man that I know, that I've ever met, that I've ever allowed to mentor me, has always said, regardless of how I looked up to them, they've always told me in various different ways, I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still not who I want to be. And I'm continuing to be better as a man. So that's my take on it personally. That's my definition of a man. It's not just one single period in time, but I absolutely do believe that we need to develop a rites of passage for our young men in our communities, so they understand the movement and transition from going from a boy and transitioning to becoming a man. And we don't have that subtle actual ritual, and we have to begin to implement that. I'm going to do it with my son. And I plan on doing it between the ages of 13 and 14, depending on how he's acting at that time.
So you want us to follow up after that?
Huh? Yeah. Hey, our boys are the same age, girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but you was pretty much spot on with everything you just. I mean, you hit it on the head. I think we need to go on to the next one. What's y'all thoughts on it? Don't let me.
I mean,
Ladies
I
Y'all
can't
first.
thoughts on it?
speak on being a man, honestly, as being a woman. But like within art, like as being a woman, they say you become a woman once you hit your cycle.
Shit.
But I
Hey,
don't
Claudia.
feel like that makes you, because I mean, girls are having their cycles younger and younger and younger.
Yes.
One of my buddies.
And those look up to him for guidance.
And my 10, like when if my daughter is 10 years old and she starts her cycle, she's not a woman yet.
At
She's
all.
still a little girl with a cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just really feel like, yeah, you need to. It
Yeah.
has. I think experience needs to
Yeah,
happen
it's a lot of
before
components
you can
to it.
say, "Oh, I'm a woman. Oh, I'm a man."
I
Correct,
agree.
correct. It's a lot of
Experience
components
needs to
to it.
happen.
Yeah. By the time I realized that I was steeped in manhood, I was over my head in debt. My marriage was failing. And the only thing that I could do was actually accept. Seriously, the only thing I could do was accept where I was and begin to
Oh
deal
my
with
God.
it, and actually not just deal with it, but build back up and become better from it.
Native Americans, Cecil. Native Americans.
God damn. See, so you trying to get put
Indigenous
back
people.
in Facebook jail? What'd he say?
You said like the Indian.
I agree, Maya. I like your comment.
Oh, Claudia, this one right here. I think this is a topic for another time. And I'll shoot you a text, Claudia. If you wanna spearhead this, we'll be more than willing
We
to,
should start respecting the woman to speak now.
because there's a lot that goes into that. But
Cecil is stupid. I
yeah, little
cannot.
Mowgli, man. Nah, he was just abandoned. Somebody abused that little dude, man. That was bad.
Hey, Mowgli did his thing.
Mowgli survived. Like, manhood is
did.
not simply about survival. Like, manhood is about also, again, being a my aim, my true aim, what I'm trying to develop and culture myself into being is the classic Renaissance man. knowing a little bit about any and everything so that I can speak to those who sit in high places, but also be able to relate and talk to those who are not in those high places, because I've been there and I've done that and I ain't forgot about that. Right. So I choose to try and become a Renaissance man. I like to cook. I like to do a lot of things. But the Renaissance man, the essence and the nature of the Renaissance man is the ideal man to me. And that's who I'm projecting and trying to be like. My grandfather was a Renaissance man. You know? So, and he was the manliest man that I'd ever met in my life. Will always be. That's who I try to model myself after. Is my grandfather. Like the best man I had ever met, lived under, hugged, and loved in my life. And that's where I'm trying to, that's what I'm trying to emulate.
So while we're talking about manhood or whatever, I was talking to a student today and we were discussing men and emotions. Like how he felt like his relationship ended once he cried in front of his woman. Well, now ex-woman.
Well, she's lame. Because what the hell?
It should have ended. If that's go ahead, Dirt, my bad.
No, I was about to say, if that was the basis of their relationship, then yeah, it should have ended. He should be able to.
Right. It definitely should have ended. It was a lot of stuff above that, but that was part of the downfall because she treated him different and he felt like she didn't respect him as much after seeing him vulnerable.
Well,
so
it depends on what he cried.
I'm gonna ask the question.
Yeah,
do women really want vulnerability from men?
But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You should want to see.
I'm writing this down.
You should want to see your man in every single light, just like they see you. So why would you pinpoint that? So because it ended good, I'm glad it ended. But that should not. He should not fault himself because of something like that. He cannot fault himself. That's something wrong with her.
What if he cried because he lost a game of Uno to her?
That was not the reason.
Now, look her. No. I ain't gonna leave you because of that, but I am gonna let you know. Come on, we can't be doing all this little punk stuff around her now. You can't be
okay, I get that. Like that's a bit, you know. But if
I don't know what people crying about nowadays.
Because I feel like as a woman, we ask our men, I want to know every party, I want to see every party. And then when they show it, we like, oh, what's that? Because we've been conditioned to think they're supposed to be strong at all times. They're not supposed to cry. They're not supposed to feel. Because if they do, they're soft. And that's not the case.
And that's the point where a lot of women who use that, and I think this is another good topic, and we'll come back to it, but
we definitely have to come back to that.
I think that's the point where a lot of women forget that men are human just like they are.
I don't think they forget that.
There's no dimension of being a human that's lost on men. Just because we express emotion differently, and I think I said this once before, just because we express emotions differently doesn't mean that we don't express emotions. Right? So if a man has gotten to the point to where he's crying over something, there's one or two things happening. Yeah, even three. First thing is he's comfortable with the woman that he's with enough to be vulnerable. So he actually trusts her. The second thing is he's at a place to where he knows that he can't physically fight something. He can't physically fight something because men, our emotion is different. We're either happy or sad, mad or not. And if we get to a certain point, this is why we don't do a lot of back and forth with women, the same way that like women want to do. And we don't have the same verbal Yeah, it's because we get to a certain level, and after that, there's no more words. Escalation of force and words and attitude is results in fist fighting for men. It doesn't simply result in more yelling and talking. No, physical action has to happen. That's why we're quicker to shut things down. We're quicker to shut down, especially in the heat of what can be considered a battle. And that's what an argument is to men. So if she left him partially
He ended it because
Well,
he
good for him.
ended things.
I'm Team
yeah,
Sean.
and I
Good
feel
for
like
him.
I like talking to him. I feel like he made the right decision, but because she wasn't a nice person.
She a bastard.
She wasn't great.
I said
And we
it.
joked
Oh,
about today.
skeezer
She's from the
ass skeezer.
streets.
I'm
He
glad
lost
you
now.
left that old skeezer.
I just feel like we gotta stop using the saying that men aren't supposed to cry.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Because that's far from true. Like y'all are supposed to, and I know as a man, like
Emotions are emotions.
y'all
Like
take
feel your
take a
feel.
lot. Men take a lot in, and it's a lot of
Especially
build up
black
to even
men.
get them to that point. Because I feel like black men always feel like they have to prove a point on who they
And
are.
they do.
So they are
Yeah.
consistently
Sorry,
fighting every single day. So it's
sorry,
an
sorry.
ongoing battle. So when you have a woman in your corner, that woman should be backing you no matter how many tears drop, because they need that that support. They need that backbone just like we be needing it.
Yep. I agree.
Hi, baby.
Oh, you wasn't waving at me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to ruin y'all moment. He was waving at your sister.
Yeah. So I feel like there's different aspects to becoming a man, and you reach each level. It ain't with age, but it's with experience.
Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, I think we all agree on that.
Yeah. So we should definitely swing back around to that actual. I'm gonna put an asterisk by this. If it's not going to be next week, and we'll talk about this when we meet, and I'll text y'all about it also. But I think that's a very important topic that we need to air back out and try and find an expert on it, somebody who's versed in psychology on this matter. If we
See,
can.
I got you. I have all the facts. I have all the facts whenever we get ready to do it.
Then say less, Guzzo. I'm with it.
I wear my doctor coat. You hear me?
For sure. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, you gotta have that.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, because I grew up with my daddy because he was so young. So I feel like growing up with him and watching him, I learned what a man goes through and like how much tolerance they have. I feel like I think that's the reason why majority of my friends were guys, because it's like I felt like I could relate to them because I watched my daddy grow up, honestly. So it's like
Yeah,
I
you did, Shawnee.
knew what they was going through, because I was observant as a child, and I watched my daddy. He was young. You was a teenager raising a baby, and you grew up. So I watched you, in that aspect, to form differently, So I feel like I had learned a lot. Hey,
Damn, I'm sorry. I waved again. That ain't
all
even
my
true.
siblings love
Damn,
me.
I'm tripping. My bad, cousin.
You ain't taking no nap. You on our podcast.
All right, so I'm glad Lil Cuz showed his face. He gave us a good break for a transition to do the next topic, because I think we could carry on with this for forever.
We can definitely talk about this all
There's
night.
a birthday party that has to be had tomorrow. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward to what's got you effed up. Y'all peep the baby in the second picture. Y'all peep the baby.
They tried it.
Dude, know he at that moment he know he effed up. We gotta explain that.
He did his baby girl in.
That's when you get your baby in the corner. You be like, "Hey, baby, you want some ice cream? Because this is just between me. This is between
tell
me
mama
and you."
about this. Don't tell mama about this.
Oh my god!
But our guest of honor, Shawnee, we gonna start with you. What got you effed up this week?
Y'all want me to really say it? Now y'all know. Them just posting Queen Elizabeth. They be lying. That lady been dead. Why is I lying? Don't be coming on here with all this false information.
Disclaimer.
Oh,
The views that Shawnee's sharing right now is not, is not
It's
agreed
the
on
media.
by the
It's
whole
the
of the
media.
Family Bloodline podcast.
It's the media. They got me. Look, they got me effed up this week.
Okay.
Look,
Hey, I feel you, cousin. I feel you.
I just feel like she been dead. Man, don't announce it now.
That lady been dead. They just
Hey.
don't announce it. They're like, well, we can't revive her no more. Let's go ahead and tell everybody she gone.
Okay, that's how I feel. I feel like that's exactly what they did. They
I
finally
am
couldn't revive her.
I love
Dang.
it. I'm here for it.
So what you saying is,
I'm
if
here
we gotta
for it.
put it in picture, she was gone at the platform. For real. But they ain't like tell us until she was actually in a little pit.
yeah,
I'm
right.
telling you, because they had to figure out how they finna finish running this now. What's gonna happen?
Yep.
All right. I'm with it.
See,
Wanda,
mad about
what got you? See, so I see you, Famo. The Rams defense got you effed up for sure.
Dang.
They blew. They
Jalen
blew it
Rams. Dang, he saying names. He put names out there.
right, right.
by the Bills. Wanda, what got you effed up this week?
I was actually having a cool week, but just today I went and I'm running errands or whatever. I decided to treat myself. I stopped at Dairy Queen for a blizzard, and I got me a banana split blizzard. So I thought was a banana split blizzard. Pulled out. I'm like, okay, where my spoon at? I get my spoon. Dig into my blizzard. It's fucking ice cream soup. That ain't no damn blizzard. Why is my blizzard not froze? I don't want no ice cream soup. I want a freaking blizzard.
Well, I guess they
I was supposed to be able to turn that bitch upside
I
down.
was just
and
about to
nothing
say
comes
that,
out.
but I thought when they give it to you, they turn it
They supposed to
upside
check.
down first.
Yeah, they gave me my stuff in a bag. Was like, here you go, sis. Have a good day. So the Dairy Queen on Hampton got me effed up this week.
I got a
Gave
correction.
me
I
some
got a
damn
correction.
ice cream soup.
It's not the Dairy Queen that's gonna turn it upside down. It's Ted Drew's.
No, Dairy Queen do it too.
Dairy
Nah,
Queen's supposed
Dairy
to turn
Queen
it
do it
upside
too.
down,
They
too.
turn it
Do
upside
they?
down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bastards. They
I don't
today
want no
they
damn ice
skeezers
cream
too.
soup.
Oh, skis ass Dairy Queen motherfuckers. They don't do that. They can't get away
Damn
with it.
pot roast ass ice cream they gave me. I wanted my
Golly.
freaking blizzard. I was hot and I was almost ready to. Yep, it was a shake.
It wasn't a shake. It was a soda. You had soda
It
cream.
was like, and I was hot. When I said I was like ready to pull a family member and turn around and throw that mug at the window, like,
Oh,
this?
wow. Wow. All
I was
right.
like, you know what? I'm gonna do what Jesus loves.
Ice cream
I'm
soup.
just keep driving. I don't want no ice cream soup.
Right.
Nah, see, you a good one.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what Jesus loves. My freezer work at home. I'm just gonna stick it in the freezer and eat it later because obviously I ain't supposed to have it right now.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
you a
I
good
would
one.
have went on ahead and pulled into a parking spot and walked in and let them see my face.
Exactly, and I would have turned it over right on the counter.
Right.
Do y'all see this?
This
Ain't
ain't
this what y'all do in your
blizzard
commercial? And I
supposed to
would have
blitz.
turned that shit over slow too. Ain't this what y'all did in y'all commercial?
Man,
Oh,
This
imagine.
blizzard ain't blizzarding. Is what I was like. I was like, you know what? I'm like,
A milk smoothie with pears. See what you said.
God,
with
Okay.
pecans. Ain't no
With
pecans in there.
Well, hell, it might as well have
liquid
been.
hot
that's
magma. I
it.
hate
Cecil
y'all.
always adding extra stuff to his little foods and stuff. That's why he said pecans.
He's stupid. It
He
wasn't no
always adding
pecans in my
stuff.
smoothie.
Dirt, what got you effed up this week, cuzzo?
man, just sitting up. We doing the meeting with Shawnee. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow I'm having a 6-year-old birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be done now. I don't gotta worry about dropping the kid in the foam pit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? All that crazy, man. I got a taekwondo tournament at 9 o'clock in the morning. Jameer got his first taekwondo tournament. Then we got the twins' birthday party. I gotta pick my mama up in between that. Man, just parenting. You know what I'm saying? It's
You know what that
just
sound like to me? That sound like manhood.
Sound like manhood.
there you go. Well, manhood got me effed up this week. It's too much.
It's cool,
I'm
Daddy.
with it, girl.
I got the twins tomorrow because they already planning for me, so it's cool. Cause I'm gonna turn them down tomorrow. I can't wait.
Shit, you're gonna be tired as hell when you finish with
Girl.
You're gonna be
You
tired
know
as
what?
hell.
The last time we went, Tobias tried to give me the blues. When I say I had to run him around, I had to. I had to bounce them and make them fall. Ooh, they was mad. They was mad. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait. Cause he be talking all stuff.
Wow.
We got
All
you,
right,
Jigga
Fat.
man.
We got you.
All right, so this is gonna be on a little bit of a serious note, and Maya and I was talking about this earlier this week.
Boo.
I know, but just humor me, dude. Just humor me.
I will humor you.
All right. When the current system of education was being set up, the statement was made that I don't want a society of thinkers. I want a society of workers. From that point forward, things were changed in the school system, and we began to develop a system of having an enormous amount of homework that was done that conditioned us to actually perform differently in the workplace, which conditioned us to be good workers. What's got me effed up is that since we had COVID, a lot of us went away from the whole aspect of simply being a worker and being a thinker. And the thought became, I want to spend more time with my family after it became a thing. And we thought about it and we saw the benefits of actually being with families during that time. There's been articles written that there are a lot of corporations that are about to start pushing for people to go back into the actual office like it used to be, to get America back on track for the working class. And I have an issue with this because as America began to become regrounded in the family and take time out for the family and begin to re-enjoy the benefits of being with the family, we're now about to be thrust back into a situation to where I don't want a society of thinkers. I want a society of workers. And that's what's got me effed up. I know. I saw. But you can still hear my voice, damn it.
Yes, we heard you. We heard you.
All right, and that's what matters. So that's what's got me effed up. And I hope Americans look at that and dramatic pause and begin to push back against the status quo and not go back into the workforce and a workplace and not be comfortable with simply being in an office for 8, 10, 12 hours a day while your kids are at home. And then you're spending a small portion with your children, teaching your children how to think and how to interact. I hope Americans don't get comfortable with simply working to produce for another class of people.
Yeah.
That's what got me effed up. I know. Hey, I keep telling y'all, like I'm out in the sticks. I'm out in the sticks. All right, final thoughts. What you got there?
Final thoughts.
Love your people. Love your people. Stop the evil. Man, give them their roses while they're here. You know, like Jig was saying, man, celebrate with the kids. You know, I'm gonna be out tomorrow with mine, having a great time. All love minus one. So we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna party. Y'all know it. Y'all know me. I love a great party. So, but it's the twins rocking it tomorrow. So everybody gonna show up and be festive, and that's all you do with your family, man. Show up, have a good time, and just reach out to somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Shawnee, what you got?
I just want to say thank you for having me on tonight. I love y'all. And yeah,
Love you
Love
too.
you
Most
too.
definitely,
boo.
please come and book with me. You'll
We'll
have
be
a great
there.
experience.
I'm gonna
Look
be
me
there.
up, Good Form Beauty Boy.
I got you, cousin. Wanda, what you got?
As always, guys, don't forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Super duper important, okay? Also, happy early 30th birthday to my baby sister Crystal. She turns 30
Hey.
tomorrow.
Okay, happy
And-
birthday.
And also, shout out to Rockwood Summit class of 2002. Tomorrow is our 20-year graduation.
Hey.
Reunion.
Uh-huh.
So, shout out to all those people.
Damn, 20 you,
20
boy.
years, which means you've been out even longer than me.
Hey,
Ooh.
wait a minute, we ain't talking
Ooh.
about me. We not talking about me.
So yeah, there's that.
All right. So
Um,
far. Go ahead,
yeah.
Wanda.
That's it.
All right. And so for mine, in the words of Bob Marley, release yourself from mental slavery. None can free yourselves but yourselves, or ourselves but ourselves. So do that. Release yourself from mental slavery.
You need a new face.
Damn, that went deep. That almost cut me. Shit. Oh my God.
Oh, it
I
left.
love you, Cecil. I'm just playing.
God.
All right, well, come and book with me, Cecil. We'll get you a new face.
Ah,
We'll get you some new skin. Get you some rejuvenated skin.
all that.
Leave that alligator behind, brother.
So in the wise
See,
words,
it ain't only me.
in the wise words of Russell Simmons, thank you all for coming. God bless.
Good
And
night.
Good night.